Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of having one-on-one time with each child. I have 4 children and I love each of them dearly, and I often see everything as a collective unit. I want our whole family to go and do this. I want all of the kids to go and do this. And I have to really concentrate and be intentional about having one-on-one outings, conversation, really just any time. And so I'm going to talk about a couple of different suggestions and ideas that I've done and I've heard other people do, some things that I'm trying to do but I'm not so good at in having that one-on-one time with each child. One of the things that I'd heard a friend talk about years ago was having date nights with each child, and I'm not always so great at having the outings where I'm taking one child out somewhere. But I have done it a few times. I took one child on their half birthday to a movie and dinner, and they felt very special. And that's something that I guess I can't quite commit to once a month with each child because, you know, there's only so many days and so many hours, possibilities of times to do that. But instead I kind of just try and do it randomly, and they're not expecting it, and so it kind of makes it fun and exciting and unique and special. And in that time, try and have conversation with just that one child. Something that I did start with my daughter, she's 8 right now, and I started it over a year ago. I thought, hey, wouldn't it be fun if once a month we had a sleepover at our house? And so she now looks forward to that. It's the same day every month. It's her birthday number. So every time that happens that month, and sometimes we'll need to push it back or forward a day, but she knows, and she does not let me forget that it's our once a month sleepover. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I got so much to do tonight. And our goal is to play with hair or paint nails or do something, and then I'll either sleep in her room or we have an extra bed that sometimes we'll go in there, and her little sister generally tags along and she's okay with that. But that's something that's been really special, and I have to remind myself, like, I want this one-on-one time. I'm really going to want this in a few years, and I need to forget about everything else that's on my plate and just be present in this time that we have. Something else that I am trying to be better at that I'm not good at is the quiet time and tucking them in bed at each night. Difficult for me is that my girls share a room and my boys share a room, so the one-on-one time in the evening doesn't happen very easily. But I have found that when I go in my boys' room and I'll scratch their back, and you know, they want me to stay there and scratch their back, and I'll ask questions, and they're definitely willing to chat more about what's on their mind and kind of delve into some of the things of what's going on at school, what are you experiencing, you know, all of those things. But definitely finding one-on-one time can be challenging, but if you maybe write it on the calendar, you know, spread it out and say, this is the day I'm going to do one-on-one time, whether it's something at the house or driving them to get yogurt or something else, then it'll help you. And often thinking about the day of the month that they were born, whether they're born on the 1st or the 15th, you can think on the 15th of every month, I'm going to do something specific with this child. And at least for me, all 4 of my children have different number days, so I can do that. But I definitely encourage you to find that one-on-one time to establish that one-on-one relationship. And you know, like I said, for me it's difficult because I see them as a collective whole, but taking individual pictures with them and really seeing them as an individual is really important in parenting. So I encourage you to do that, and hope you enjoyed this episode of Mom Chat.